I'm CM Coleman, and welcome to CM Coleman Home. Today we're going to talk about closet organization. Actually, just how to keep your clothes organized. If you're anything like me, you have different size clothes. Well, what happened with me is as I'm losing or gaining weight, I have different size clothes. But it's so hard to keep them organized and know what clothes are what size until I found these. I found size clips that I can put over my hanger, and I can show you a little bit more about these, and we'll talk a little bit more about these once we get out of this tight space. Now we have a little bit more space and we can talk about these. All they are is just clips which look like this. And what they do is they just slip on a hanger, and voila, you have a size clip. Each clothing item can have its own hanger with its own clip. And this makes life just so much easier. This would really work for, especially if you have kids who are sharing a closet, you could have each size just right there. So it helps with different size clothes, different size everything. And because that way, if you don't feel like wearing a large, you want to wear an extra large that day, you can do that, and you can just find it and pick it out, and it's so easy. This makes life so simple. Now, for a lot of the females, they're going, oh my gosh, this would be really cool, because then you don't also have to go off the size that's in the garment, or like the shirt, the pants, the dress, whatever. You can put it on the actual size that you feel it is, and so that way you know what size you're wearing, and it makes you feel good because you can organize your closet so much easier, and you can tell what you've got, what size it is, and how often you wear it just by moving it around. Organizing your clothes is very important because you want to rotate through your clothing. They say that you only wear, I think, something like 10% of the actual clothes that you wear, that you have. So if you only wear 10% of the clothing that you have, one of the best ways to tell if you do this is my infamous trick with flipping a hanger. Okay, when I put my clothes in the closet, put it just like this, and then if I've actually worn something, I turn the hanger around. Makes sense? So that way if I haven't worn it, I can tell you I haven't worn it and it probably needs to go after a while. So that's just another tip. But I want to stress this. These size little rings are just amazing. Upside down. Are just amazing. They changed my life because I no longer had to dig through 50,000 pairs of pants to figure out what size I wear. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, why don't you just get rid of the pants that aren't the right size? Well, it doesn't really work. Anybody will tell you that it doesn't really work that way because it's good intention. I live in a condo. I have really limited space. So storing stuff that I'm going to be able to fit into soon and not putting it in my closet, I have nowhere to put it. This way I can put it in there, have the right size, everybody's happy, and this is just so easy. Now, if you're interested in finding out where to get these, put that down in the comments, and I can give you a link to tell you where I got these and how cool it is. And it's just amazing, the things that you think of. The reason I thought of this was I was in a store, and I was like, wow, the store is organized the way I want my closet to be organized. So, I went to a store supply and found what I needed. So simple. I hope you liked this. If you did, hit like. Also share this on social media. Don't forget, every Tuesday and Thursday I do a recipe. Friday is housekeeping tips. And then on Saturday you'll wake up to a recipe for a sweet treat.